dance parties and they're blaring music, and right across the street is some other bar doing the exact same thing, blaring lights the opposite way, and they're playing like a live band. So like there's a live like battle of the bands going across the street above everybody else. And of course there are people on the top looking at each other and they're like trying to do dance-offs, like, we're having more fun than you! What do you do about it? And I'm like just standing with like the drinks being like, I don't want to be here at all. And then like across the way I'm just watching, there's chicks dancing like they're trying to dodge a laser grid. I know the weirdest thing I thought I noticed between Portland and Austin, which I thought was weird, is that for some reason, I'm pretty sure Austin has way more pot. Which I don't smoke pot, sorry, but like I grew up in that generation of dare to keep kids off drugs. I just kind of grew up with it. You don't have to clap. It's not. It was a failure of a program, obviously. But I also grew up in that time when they had arcade machines, and they had that on their arcade machines. It was awesome. They always had that blue screen pop up saying, "Winners don't use drugs." That always stuck with me. One of my favorite memories is when I was really, really young. My mom was a bowler. She was in a bowling league, so whenever she went and bowled, I just ran around like a pest throughout all of the bowling alley. But they had the bar area there, and inside this bar area, they had the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine. It's like, yeah! I was never given quarters to play it, but damn if I didn't watch that demo screen over and over again. So I would just sit there, like, pretending to play. And every now and then, someone from, like, the bar would actually come over to play it. And one guy, sure enough, like, had his beer in his hand and his cigarette in the other, puts it out, puts his beer on, pops in the corner, hits the start button, and starts up, "Winners don't use drugs." And he just stood there and stared at that screen for like a good minute, looked at his beer, then looked at his cigarette, and he put it down and just walked away. And it really hit me right there, and that's why it always stuck, because he's not a winner because he's using drugs. I'm a winner because he walked away. I'm going to a lot of conventions. I've been doing a lot of conventions all this year in general. I do it. Summer, for the most part, always has the most. Like, I've done 3 in the past 4 weeks. Had the opportunity before, chose not to. But I love going to conventions because I always meet so many different people. Just because I like meeting you guys. I think it's important to come out and say hi to you. If you watch my stuff, the least I could do is say hi. But there's the hi. But I always have. But every now and then, there's always that one weird guy. Like, a couple conventions ago, I just did several panels and autograph signing. It was a really, really busy day, and I am exhausted. Like, it's really, really exhausting, and I just didn't want to stand anymore. And I had to pee really badly, so I went to the bathroom, and I was so tired. Guys will know what I'm talking about. I was so tired. I went to the urinal, and I just did that thing where you just kind of like lean forward and rest your head on the wall, and you're just like, oh. Yeah, we've all done it. It's comfy. So I'm just doing that, and sure enough, another guy walks in, and first off, he breaks the first rule by taking the urinal right next to me. And he stands, and he's right next to me, and he's like, "Oh, ProJared, right?" I also want you guys to know that when we go to these conventions, you'll notice a lot of people will start having the hand sanitizers with them. And don't be offended. That's for our own health. And for yours. Because anytime you go to any convention and you're meeting a lot of people, the bubonic plague will be spread around. And we don't want to be patient zero. So I always try to have it on my belt behind me. That way it's like a little more discreet. So I can be like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you. All right, have a good one." But every now and then, one of the things you have to do is, there's that one person who comes up and they're like 3 times the size of you, clearly haven't showered in days. It's outside in Austin, so they are drenched in heat, like just sweat, and they just walk up, they're like, "Dude, ProJared!" And I'm just like, and I don't use it on myself. Like, "Hey, man, this is for your own good and all of mine." Another weird thing I had at a convention was, this was in Oklahoma. I was in the dealer's room, just look around. There's a bunch of game vendors. I'm like flipping through it, trying to find if there's anything I want. And he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? Yeah, this is pretty cool." And I hear behind me, like this younger girl, she's dressed in a kigurumi of some animal. I don't remember what. It was purple. And I just hear behind me, I hope Jared Senpai notices me. And I stand up and I think to myself, and I say out loud, what was that noise in the wind? And I walked away from her. I've been trying to pinpoint the exact moment when Konami gave up. I think it's 2012. Man, I would hate to be that guy. There's some poor CEO of Konami every day comes into work, he sits down at his desk, and he's just, no. Is it 2016? Can we release a new Yu-Gi-Oh game yet? No? Oh, damn it. How's Metal Gear coming? Well, it's great, sir, actually. Things are going on really, really smoothly. We just finished up the first stage, put all the time trials and stuff in it. It's all really, really going really well. Cool. Ship it. Sir, do it. Kojima, man, I feel bad for that guy. He was stuck there for so long. He's chained up in their basement, and they force him to work. And every time he makes a successful game, they push his food bowl just a little bit closer. And he finally gets out. Sir, PT's doing amazing. Really? Yeah, I mean, it's completely rejuvenated the Silent Hill interest, and everyone loves it. They're super excited. Like, this will be the best game we've ever had. Get rid of him. How do you do that? How do you, the one thing that was making your company successful, they got rid of. Konami's on their deathbed. They're lying there. They're in life support. They've got nothing left to live for. They can barely hang on. And Kojima kicks open the door. Don't worry, I can save you. I've got the cure for your illness. It's called Silent Hills, and we'll fix everything. And Konami looks over and says, oh no, it's cool. I got it. I was about to start talking about porn in a second here. Yeah. Well, we're going on this path. So like I said, I go to a lot of conventions because I always enjoy it. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of times you need to make your own fun at conventions because a lot of people just kind of show up at them and they just expect magic to happen. Come to the ProJared panels and you always get magic. Yay! So this is before I started really doing panels. A lot of the conventions I go to, I was just kind of going there with a bunch of friends, drunk. Let's be real. We're just looking through the schedule because I don't understand half of these things that show up at every single convention. The Ask a Hitalia panels. I don't care. Ask a Homestuck. It's why is that still a thing? Hey guys, what's Hentai Fest? It's 18 and over only. It's exactly what it sounds like. They just show scenes from hentais for a good hour, maybe more, depending on how long people last. But either way, this was several years ago. We were a little drunk, bored, wanted something to do. Let's go to Hentai Fest. So we went there with our Whataburger cups filled with Coca-Cola and nothing else. And we sit down oh yeah, let's do this. And this was a packed room. This is probably the biggest panel that I've seen all weekend. It was a filled room. It was 92% dudes. Just a few chicks scattered about. Felt bad for them, but they knew what they were getting into. And I'm looking around thinking, oh my God, yeah. I would never watch porn with any of these people. Here we go. And the screen starts up, and sure enough, it's hentai. It's exactly what you expect. One dude's laying on the ground. There's a chick on top of him. She's riding him. It's super hot. It's yeah, this looks really, really good. The satanic pentagram below him's a little weird, but whatever. I'm into it. It's decor, right? So it's going for a while. I'm hey, this is actually, I understand now. I see how this is going. And after about 30 seconds of watching this scene, she stabs him. And starts oozing blood out the side. But they kept going. The actual physical thing that gives you a boner is going out the side. You should be deflating like a balloon. And he's still going. And then the satanic symbol starts glowing with power for some reason, and she's cackling maniacally. And it just cuts to black, And then suddenly they're showing another scene from some other hentai. And everyone in the audience is like, yeah! And I'm the one dude going, well, wait a minute. I have so many questions. I gave up, though, because that's when I realized I was the only dude there watching hentai for the plot. Oh, well. I will say, though, going to all these different conventions, well, I've grown a pet peeve. A pet peeve of mine, something I actually really, really hate. It's always bothered me that a lot of people kind of do. And it's kind of become common practice, and it's something I want to change. It's cosplay. Let's make cosplay better. Not the actual, like the actual craftsmanship or anything, because people make amazing costumes. But damn, if people don't have some shitty attitudes about cosplay. Friggin', I'm just like hanging out, like looking at my phone, waiting for something. I don't remember what, but there's a couple of girls, though. They're in some cutesy girl anime outfits. I don't know what. And there's a cosplayer coming down the hallway, and she's dressed as Sailor Moon. And she looks awesome. Had like the gigantic, like a really good-looking wig. 'Cause a lot of times the wigs look especially fake for these costumes, but this one looked really, really good and had like little things in there. She had like the dress. She like made everything herself, but it looked really, really good. But she was black. So the girls who were dressed up as whatever cutesy maid outfits or whatever, it's like, oh, she can't be that. She doesn't look like Sailor Moon at all. She's black. And I'm sitting here next to him thinking, it says the white girl dressed as a Japanese anime character? You really think someone named Hitomi Miyazuki is white? No! You are being just as weird as everybody else. Another thing I never understood is gender bend cosplay, because there's a definite double standard there. Because in a typical mindset, whenever you see a chick gender bend is something, like you like at some convention you see her, oh, she's a female Vegeta. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Oh, it's a female Cloud. She looks great. But when it's dude Sailor Moon, I was like, oh, God, it's disgusting. No, fuck you. If he wants to be Sailor Moon, he can. If he wants to dress up as a Atelier character, he can. If he wants to dress up as whatever maid character, he can. Don't act like women get a free pass. Everyone's allowed to do what they want. Any single ladies here, by the way? Single ladies, you here? One, yeah! There's no joke to go with that. I just like to know my chances. I'm just kidding. I'm actually married. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I'm married to a cosplayer. She's up here in the front. She's dressed as Asuna. Hi, honey. So I have people tell me all the time, a lot of guys tell me, dude, you're married to a cosplayer, and you're a video game dude, you're on YouTube, and you go to conventions all the time. You have the best life ever. Like, that's the perfect life. That's what I want. No, you don't. Let me tell you something about being married to a cosplayer. You don't want that, ever, because the moment you start dating or get married to a cosplayer, you too will become a cosplayer. Inevitably, it just happens. Even if you're not even like wearing the costumes yourself, at some point in time, you're gonna be their helper bitch, and you're gonna help them make some cosplay. You have no idea how hard cosplay is until you're up at 4 a.m. in the morning before you have a 5-hour drive to a convention trying to get a costume done, and all you want to do is sleep. Plus, they get really into animes and ships, if you will. OTPs. You won't stop hearing about it ever. And if their OTPs aren't working out, you're gonna know about it. Sit down. I made a really nice dinner one day. It was nice seasoned chicken with some beans, like a nice dinner. We sit down. It's super, super nice. I love having dinner with my wife. And she burst into tears across from me. And my first thought was like, fuck, what did I do wrong? What day is it? Did I forget to do something? Did someone die? I don't know what happened. And so really meekly, I'm just like, baby, what's wrong? And she looks up, just tears going down her face, just... Don't you think it's bullshit that Lin Bei Fong and Tenzin aren't together? Oh, She has to deal with my feelings too, though. I'm a YouTuber. I mean, other nights I'm in tears just crying, and she asks me what's wrong, and I'm just, someone in the comments section called me an alien head shit kid. I actually did my first cosplay with her a couple months ago. Anyone ever play Vagrant Story? Yeah, a couple of you. So we went as a Vagrant Story group. She was there as Merlos, and I was the main antagonist, Sydney Losterod. It was an awesome costume. She made everything for me, and I wore it and modeled it, and it was a lot of fun. Because, if you don't know who Sydney Losterod is, he has basically like long metal arms, like cool like claw fingers and stuff, which made me worthless the entire day. But then he's shirtless the whole, and like everything, and he has leather pants. And his leather pants has like a window, like that goes down about here. And there's like strings across, like actually tie it up. Let me tell you something. Having dick cleavage, it's kind of great. I mean, the whole time I was walking around the convention center, and I look badass or whatever, and I see women and dudes just being like, and I'm like, yeah, it's weirdly validating. All right, that's what's up. I mean, I couldn't get a boner all day because otherwise everything would be ruined, but I was good. I kept it in check. One thing I always notice when people complain about when seeing other cosplayers is that the people who see like a really like elaborate cosplay, but they're showing like a lot of skin or something, but it's still like super accurate, but for some reason there's, scantily clad, and they just complain about it, and they're like, oh my God, she's just doing that for the attention. What the fucking shit! Why else would you wear a cosplay to a public place if not to be seen in it? Duh! You think the dude dressed up in full Iron Man armor is like, oh God, don't look at me. I'm just proud of my work, but no one look at it. Come on. If someone shows up in cosplay, of course they're doing it for the attention because they made something awesome. They want to show other people what they're capable of, and they're proud of it. That's okay. People want the attention. That's okay. Why do I do panels? Because I want the attention of a couple hundred people. I'll say it. Speaking of panels, though, another pet peeve of mine I've kind of developed. This is a very serious one. Going up to a lot of different conventions I see all the time. I feel like this is the easy way out for a lot of people who come to conventions and do panels. I mean, even at RTX alone, look at the schedule and see how many people have a schedule for 1 hour, and it says right on there, Q&A session. That's it. And that really, really bothers me because you have 1 hour, a single hour of your entire life to meet with the very people who put you where you are, and basically Q&A sessions are you going up on stage and being like, hey everybody, I'm awesome. You all think I'm awesome, right? Okay, let's talk about how awesome I am. How fragile of an ego do you have if you need to go on stage and talk about yourself for an entire hour? It's like the most self-flating thing I've ever seen in my entire freaking life, and it always really, really bothers me because, again, you have that 1 hour to meet with the people who put you where you are. You could give anything back at that very, very moment, and instead you choose to talk about yourself for the entire freaking hour. Q&A sessions are dumb, and you can do so much better, and I hate that people use that as an easy way out for content. It bothers me. It does. Thank you. It's at this point in the panel I like to begin the Q&A session. So if you have a question, just feel free to raise your hand, and I'll call on you. By the way, those were my jokes. I hope you liked them. Thanks. Thank you. I like your Monster Hunter hat. Oh, what's up, Proto Man? You holding up the Proto Man?
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
How hype are you for Haven 2?
No and no. So, man, the Haven Hearth promo video for the new updated version, which does look really, really cool. They've done some impressive stuff with it, is not accurate to real life at all and actually plays down because for whatever reason, Russians love that game. It's a very Russian community heavy game, and I noticed that while playing. And there is an actual Russian mob playing that game. They will shake you down and force you into the community and say, if you don't provide so much supplies every day or every week, we're going to kick you out on your own and then murder your character. So when we like made our little establishment or whatever that was kind of out of the way and hidden, I made a mistake in my video where for 2 frames of the video, you could see the map. And people were able to use that to find out where me and my friends' bases were. So they found us and basically said, hey, this is a nice base. It would be a shame if anything happened to it. And they started to shake us down. Like they were trying to force us into like their crappy community. So like, well, we're not going to do that. Screw you guys. So we actually uprooted everything we had and like swam down a river on a boat for like the longest time trying to find a new place to live. And we did. So we set it up there. We started like making all the walls and everything. Like we had a huge area. It was actually a massive upgrade. And we logged back in the next day. They followed us and they claimed the land that we were building stuff on so we can no longer use it. So basically, because I made a video about how much I enjoy that game, other people decided I can no longer enjoy the game. So no, I won't be going back to Haven and Hearth. Jum Jum Jr.'s still alive, though. Constantly guarding that gate. Yeah. Thanks for your question, man. Yes?
So, you hate Hive Life so much, why'd you play Off Reef?
Morbid curiosity, mostly. I honestly didn't even know about the other ones. So the story, I did the first one because I had a very sordid history with the first Highlight game. And then, like I said in one of the videos, a friend of mine owns a video game store in De Pere, Wisconsin. And he sends me a picture text out of the blue one day just saying, oh my God, Jared. And I was like, what? And I open it, and it's freaking Virtual Highlight for Sega Saturn. And I said, dude, what the hell? I must have it. And no kidding, 4 hours later, he sends me another text saying, dude, and it's a picture of Super Highlight. I was like, no freaking way. So, yeah, morbid curiosity is like, because I had such a sordid history with that game, and I hated it so much that I didn't even realize they ever made a Genesis, let alone a Saturn one. So I was like, I have to. I have to. It was an occupational obligation. Pretty much that. Thank you. All right, let's go over here. Yeah, red headband. I'm not going to play it. No, I'm Sword and Shield, bro. Stay in Sword and Shield. Yeah. That's all. Cool. What's up, dude?
What's your hunter rank?
I don't remember. One something. I know I didn't quite get to 200 in hunter rank. It was one something. I haven't played it in several months, to be honest. Yeah. I don't have much else to say on there. It's cool. Thanks for your question, though. You're holding up the Pokemon 3DS. What's up, dude?
I was wondering, are you going to do any like collaborative stuff with Rooster Teeth, like maybe voice characters like Rooster Blue or Ruby or anything like that?
Man, that would be awesome if you told them that.
I was talking with some of the voice actresses, so I'll let them know.
Yeah, do it. It's like, you know who's hilarious? That ProJared guy. And they're going to say, who? Get out. I'm surprised they gave me a panel here, to be honest. No, I've honestly have nothing planned with them. I don't really know a whole lot of the Rooster Teeth guys very, very well. I know Carrie, I know Kyle, I know Miles, Ray by extension, of course. But like a lot of like the Red versus Blue guys, which I love that series, by the way. Yeah, Red versus Blue. Shout out to RTX Guardians. You can tell Rooster Teeth I plugged them. Thanks, bros. Yeah, nothing was really planned. I don't really know how they even do that stuff, but I'd always be down. I would love doing weird or different things. I would absolutely be into it, but it's always up to them, not really up to me, you know? Yeah. Thanks, though. Right in the front. What's up, sir?
How hard was it to get like the Normal Boots website up and running? Because like you guys tried it and it kind of fell off the first time that you guys did it again and actually became successful.
Like on a technical standpoint, we had to flip a switch. Like it was turned off, and like, oh. Yeah, it was a very different market back when it was first going on. I wasn't on Normal Boots during then, but when it was relaunched, the only reason I was on it is because it was either John or PPG. I forget who. I want to say John. It was like, hey, you're funny. Do you want to be on it? And I was like, all right. And that was pretty much it. We did have a couple of outside sources kind of rebuild it for us to actually get the current look. Shane from Did You Know Gaming made like the pixel faces at the top with all like the weird reactions when you mouse over them. Shane did all of those. Yeah, and there's just like a thing that we just flipped back on pretty much. Because now it was I don't want to go too much into details, but it was just a very different market then, which is why it didn't work. And it's easier to do now. Still not great, but easier, especially since we're all much more established now than we were 5 years ago. I mean, 5 years ago, I had like 3,000 subscribers, so it was harder to flip a switch. I need more subscriber strength. All right. Yeah, thank you for your question, though. All right, let's go right here.
When you do your pro reviews, like your weird ones like Sim Ants,
Yeah.
compared to your one-minute reviews and your more serious recent games, do you have a different mindset when you're playing those games, looking for jokes or flaws?
But when I do ProJared reviews, my mindset is, fuck this game. That's actually a pretty good question. Honestly, a mindset, not really, because I'm just as analytical playing those as I am doing the older games from my childhood that I want to talk about. The only real difference is when I'm doing like the stuff for like the ProJared videos is what's funny and what can I make bits out of. So I make like little extra notes like, oh, this part was funny. Don't know how I did that, and what kind of jokes can I make with it, and maybe like embellish it a little bit more. Whereas like the actual full reviews of new games, like I don't really do the jokey stuff as much because people don't want to see that. They just want to know if the game is good or not. So I'm just as analytical, but then like after like playing through, then it's kind of like, okay, what was funny and what can I do with that? Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's go over here in the hat.
How excited are you for Mighty Number?
You're not wearing a hat, are you? I'll get you first and then the hat borrow. How excited am I for Mighty Number 9? Gonna be real with you. I mean, more and more I see about it, the more not great it looks. Which is why I didn't back the Red Ash Kickstarter for like their Mega Man Legends like kind of pseudo game. I wasn't gonna back that when Number 9 wasn't even out to even prove themselves to me in the first place. And Mighty Number 9's gotten way more money than a game say like Shovel Knight, and Shovel Knight's looking like a lot better game than Mighty Number 9. So, yeah, it's I'll probably play it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Hat.
Two questions. First one's
What the Okay.
first one's easy. Did you bring your 3DS?
I did. It's currently in my hotel room. Sorry.
Second one, sort of about your move and everything. I would like to mail you something random, and you just have a P.O. box.
Uh-huh.
Now, because I'm not completely up to date with your move and stuff, but you live in California with the rest of the normal moves guys.
Nope.
No?
Actually, the only person who lives in California is Gerard, the completionist. PBG's in Seattle, John's in New York, Sash is in New Jersey, Shane is wherever he wants to be. He's like in the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. He's in a weird area right now. The Continue guys are in Philadelphia. I live in Dallas. So I still live here in Texas. I'm just not in where I was before. And I've been lazy. That's why I don't have a P.O. box. I'm lazy. Do you have it here?
No, and I didn't.
Fuck, dude. That'd have been like amazing. It's like, you don't have a P.O. box, but here you go. I was gonna mail you this bomb, but here you go. Yeah, I need to get up and going again. I've just been a dumbass about it. Sorry. You'll be the first to know when I get it up and going, though. Thank you, though. I mean, thank you for wanting to give me anything for whatever reason. I don't deserve it, but thank you. Cool.
How about my love and affection?
I'll take it. I'll take it. No, you guys already give me your attention for 10 to 20 minutes on a video. That's all I could ask for. All right. Thank you, though. Let's go back over here. In the beanie. Yeah, that's a beanie. You're pointing at it. What made me want to start my YouTube channel? I really, really, really wanted to make fun of Two Worlds. That's it. That's pretty much it. Two Worlds 2 was supposed to come out in like a month. I was like, everyone's gonna play this game. They don't know how shitty the first one is. I have to let them know. It was a service. The other more real answer to that is around that time, back in like 2010, was when a huge like crop of internet reviewers started like popping up freaking everywhere. And I was kind of checking out a lot of different ones. And watching a lot of them, I thought to myself, these guys are shitty. I could do it better. And having that mindset, I figured, why don't I do it better? I didn't, but I got better. So, yeah, that was kind of it. Just because like I saw other people doing it and knew there's a better way to do it, and that was kind of my goal. And that's still my goal with the videos these days: is how can I do it better? And aside from that, I want to make fun of Two Worlds. That's it. Thanks, man. All right, let's go in the center. Holding up the Monster Hunter 3DS. No, I know what that one is. I'm talking about the Monster Hunter 3DS right by next to you.
Will we be playing Dark Souls 3?
We'll be playing it? Probably. Cool. We'll go with the Zelda one now.
What's worse, modern bad games or retro bad games? Choose wisely.
What's worse, losing your left nut or your right nut? I don't know, dude. I'll say modern bad games because there's more ways they can be broken and not playable. Sure. That's a hard question, man. I don't know if they're all bad. I don't know what you wanted from me. Yeah. All right. Hello. I'm good. Are you good? Oh, thank you for being here. What time did you get up this morning? Were you up early? Wow, that's rough, yeah. I didn't get up to like 7:30, but I actually got out of bed at like 8:30, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, cool. Thanks. Weirdest fan story? There's a guy in the bathroom. I haven't had a whole lot of super bad weird ones. Nope, had a stalker. Yeah. It was just, I met him in like you just want to say hi. Like, oh, hey, and, I talked to him for a little bit, but then I had to get to somewhere. I was trying to get back to my room with my wife and I believe one of like the con liaisons. I don't remember what, but we had to get back to our room for a reason. And then we just started, walking back, and the dude just starts following me. Even though like our conversation was like already finished, I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever, and it's going across. And we get to a door, and he like dashes ahead and opens the door for me, and I was like, thanks, man, see you later. And he keeps following me, and like I know he's there, like it's like breathing down my neck, and like we start getting to our hotel by that point, trying to get to the elevators, and he says, oh, don't worry, I'm not following you. This is just where the buses are. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, that's fine. But then he follows us to the elevator, and I know that's not where a bus is. Thankfully, he had some sensibility to stop there. When I got on the elevator, he didn't follow me onto that, but that was one of the weird ones. Also, the slippery butts thing at MagFest with me and Ross, when they slid notes underneath our door. That was weird, too. That's all documented online. You can watch that. Yeah, thank you. All right, let's go. Who wants one? We'll go with right here, sir.
Alright. So Pat from Super Best Friends called you out saying you're bad at Monster Hunter. So you got in a ring.
What the shit? He did what now? I'm sorry? I'm sorry, who taught him everything he knows? I'm sorry?
So you got in a ring with him and fought him in a wrestling ring where your weapons of choices were just video game consoles. What would be the first thing you hit him with?
An original Xbox because it weighs 40 pounds. Done. Or just like a stack of Game Boy Micros I'd throw like shurikens. I'll have to have a talk with him. All right. Yes, sir, the red shirt.
Are you playing the new Magic game that just came out?
I haven't yet. I've been meaning to. I've been honestly been so busy with conventions I haven't been able to. I missed like the pre-release for Magic Origins, and I only got like one booster of it so far, so I haven't got like dive deep into it. But yeah, I like playing Magic the Gathering too, you guys. Missed it. Oh, I forgot my decks. Keep doing that. I suck. Jesus. Yeah, not yet. Want to. All right. What's up, dude?
How would you describe your experiences on Grumpcade?
Sucked. Jeez. Ross smelled and wouldn't shut up. No, Grumpcade was great. I loved it. I had so much fun doing it. I would do it again in a heartbeat, which I did just a couple weeks ago for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Metal Gear 1. I mean, they pretty much told me anytime I'm back in town and I've got some free time, they would love to have me on again. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Watching the videos, it's just as much fun like that you get from that sense of watching it as we are doing it. So, yeah, I loved it. It was great. I would do it again all the time. They're my friends. Except for Ross. Let's go to Isabella right next to him.
You say I remember the Five Nights at Freddy's video that you're not usually fazed by horror games. What are the horror games that have fazed you?
The horror games that have phased me, Two Worlds. There's only been a select few. One was the original Alone in the Dark from 1993. But to be fair, when I played it, I was like 7. So the more modern ones, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, is an excellent one. The problem with that game is it only really works once with like all the different sanity effects, because like after you kind of know what they are, they just kind of lose their luster. Silent Hill 2 is great. Also really like that one. And gotta be real, PT was getting to me. And that's what made me really, really excited for PT. Well, that's a damn shame. They'll still make something. Kojima's gonna come up with something with Guillermo del Toro. Like they're gonna work on something, just watch. I'm telling you. And the fact that it won't be Silent Hills and not under Konami is gonna make it way better. In like 2020, whenever it comes out. But Silent will be coming, yeah. I would say those few. Those are the few that come to mind right now, at least. Well, thank you for your question. All right, holding up I don't know. It's a lot of 3DSs. You have green hair. That's easier.
So first of all, thank you for 300 plus hours of Monster Hunter, which you introduced me to.
You're welcome. Take that, life. Corrode you 1 hour at a time.
Others too.
Awesome.
Yeah. What is your favorite weapon to use besides Sword and Shield?
I don't understand the question. Bow, probably. I like using the bow. There's not enough ranged people in the game in general, so I like using the bow. Otherwise, dual swords, I guess, just because they're all kind of similar. I enjoy like the weapons with mobility, like the long sword and hammer. I don't enjoy like the big heavy swings. Not for me. Yeah. Thanks.
Dual Blades is the correct answer.
Oh. Didn't realize it was a test. If you want to be tested in Monster Hunter knowledge, you're come to the wrong place. All right. Thank you for your question, though. All right. Yeah, sir, over here.
Any chance on you on Continue or Fantasy Fiction?
Any chance of me on Continue or Fantasy Fiction? I was hanging out with the Continue guys at Con Bravo a couple weekends ago, and I said to him, dudes, why haven't I been on your show yet? And he said, dude, why haven't you been in Philadelphia, right? And I was like, oh, damn, you're right. Nothing planned, but basically, if I'm ever in that area, we're gonna make it happen because I want to do it. It'd be fun. Maybe another drunk extravaganza or whatever. Just get stupid about it. But I got some dumb games I want them to play. Same thing on Grumpcade. Like I always have games I think would be funny to play on there. Yeah, nothing like concrete or for sure, but if it's ever convenient or like it's something like we can tie into something else we're already doing, yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. No problem. What, Dean?
Who's your favorite guest on Minecraft Hardcore and why is it me?
Jesus Christ. You guys watch PBG's Hardcore series? Yeah. It's Dean, everybody! Are you happy?
Yes.
Follow Dean on Twitter. Okay. Ass. Over here, yes.
You play the Alone in the Dark series. Have you considered doing reviews on Seventh Guest?
Yes, actually. Was there more than one seventh guest?
The 11th hour.
That's right. I haven't played that one. I've only played the original one. Again, on PC, I was 8. So it was scary because like they were real people. FMV sequences. Ghosts. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. I don't remember much about it or to give you much more thought about it now. But yeah, Seventh Guest is another really cool one I want to do. I have a lot more like DOS and PC games coming up, by the way. for like actual ProJared videos, just because I have a very sordid history with PC. In case you couldn't tell by my wrist. PC gamers know what I'm talking about. This thing right here, this magnificently developed callus from using that mouse, it's just all red all the time. So that's how you know you have a real PC gamer, because you have something right here that you can knock someone out with. So after that Xbox, I can just hit them with the... Yeah, great suggestion. Thank you. Someone else. Hello, Captain America.
Quick question. If you had to choose one video game character to spend the rest of your life with, like they appeared in the real world, who would it be?
Toby!
You were way too quick on that answer. A video game character to spend the rest of my life with? Just hanging out?
Roommate, whatever.
Being bros?
Bros.
Duh. Big Boss. Because then I could pretend he's my dad. I just come home, Big Boss, things were really hard at work today. And he can just tell me, like, none of that matters. All that matters is what you do for yourself and the future. And I'm like, yay. He gives me a cigar. Yeah, Big Boss. Yeah, thank you. Right over here. Yes, sir.
Out of all the games you reviewed, which was the one you got the most backlash from fans?
One I've gotten the most backlash on? I'm going to give two answers. One I've actually done, the one I've done an actual video on, Sonic Adventure 2. But one I haven't done a video on, but got a lot of backlash. This is something I learned, by the way, is that if you have a YouTube channel, do not, at any point in time, ever make fun or insult Kingdom Hearts. Because if you do that, you will lose several thousand subscribers. For the first time in my entire YouTube career, I ended with negative subscribers because I said Kingdom Hearts was stupid. So, look forward to that video, by the way, and that dislike bar. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 is probably the one I've gotten actual backlash on, and then I said Kingdom Hearts was stupid, and that was honestly a far worse consequence.
Funny, because I like both of those games.
Well, you're wrong, but that's fine. All right. Thank you, man. All right, let's go over here in the black shirt.
What one series, or even just like a standalone game, what do you think most badly needs a sequel? What would you be most excited to see, like a new sequel or a new game?
Man, I would love to see a new Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes! I'm also going to go with a new actual Secret of Mana. Yeah. I'll keep going. Chrono Trigger could use a new one. Which, by the way, next ProJared video is on Chrono Trigger. It sucks. No. Yeah, man, any one of those would be great. Yeah, I would love that. All right, you had your hand up earlier. I'll call on you.
Have you had a chance to try anything on the floor yet? And if you have, would you suggest any of them?
The only one I got to play very, very briefly was some game where you're a tiny dinosaur and you have a jetpack, and you like float around through. It's like a kind of speed running game where you can like float up and like dash forward. You try to get through rings and like past laser grids and stuff. I don't remember the name of it. That was the one I really played, to be honest. I haven't got a chance to play much else just because I haven't been on the floor a whole lot. Maybe I'll do that today. I got some free time today. Maybe. Have you played anything cool? Have you? Oh, Brawlhalla is awesome. Yeah, I've played Brawlhalla before at other conventions, but yeah, Brawlhalla is great. Yeah, if you can, check out Brawlhalla, you guys. It's cool.
Butt-sniffing pugs.
Sir, we're talking about video games right now. Thank you. All right. Black Eyes was good? Oh, Black Ice. Whoops. Let's find another question, shall we? Yes, right here, with the pink hair.
Aside from not insulting Kingdom Hearts, what would be your advice to anyone looking to put themselves out there and start up a YouTube channel?
Well, I said it earlier. the same. Okay. There's a multifaceted answer to this. The first one is whatever you're doing, you got to stick to it because it takes a long time. Next month will be my 5-year anniversary on YouTube, and I've only, yeah, thank you. And I've only just now gotten to this point, and it's taken 5 years. So whatever you're doing, you do have to stick with it, and then try to look to ways to improve. And one of the things that I hear all the time from a lot of people is they find excuses for themselves not to start. And the moment you start and do anything, you are ahead of 80% of other people who want to do YouTube, because most people don't even bother starting. They come up with excuses like, oh man, I want to do like YouTube gaming or whatever, but man, there's already so many people on YouTube doing gaming, why should I bother? And that's kind of a bullshit excuse to me. That's like saying, man, I really want to be a musician, but there's already so many successful bands, why would I bother? You can do what other people are doing, but you need to do it better. And as long as you have that mindset and stick to that, you'll go places. Good luck to you. All right. Next question. Sir. No. Next. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, and it's kind of one of those, like, yeah, I know it's like the real big fad thing. Maybe I'll do like a stream on it or something, but not actual videos, I don't think. Yeah. All right, I'll get the 3DS behind you.
Are you planning on doing the newest Five Nights at Freddy's?
Honestly, no. See, I mean, it's gotten to the point with those games, like the only way you can really enjoy it these times if you know the lore and like really get into the story, and I haven't. I really don't know that much about it. I know like the bites and the kids and something about a purple dude. Like I don't know enough about it to like fully appreciate what's going on in there. I mean, I saw a little bit of gameplay on it. I watched Markiplier's videos. I was like, what's even different? Because I probably won't play it. I do like how they basically changed the formula to being sound-based. That's cool. But it's always ostensibly been the same thing. It's the same type of scares. Like, it hasn't really evolved that way. And at this point, it really is just figuring out for the plot and the lore. And I know a lot of people are really into that. And that's cool. I can see why. It's very engaging. But yeah, I don't think I'll do anything on it just because I don't think I could fully appreciate it. Second one is still my favorite one. Yeah. Thank you for your question. All right, let's go back over here. Yes, sir. The absolute worst game I've ever played? Kingdom Hearts! This dude just pulls out his phone and unsubscribes. No, actual answer. Drake of the 99 Dragons is the absolutely worst fucking game I've ever played in my entire life. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. All right, let's go back over here in the green shirt. Hi.
If you ever go outside, because I don't know, you're a YouTuber.
No, he's right.
If you did go outside, what would you do? What is there to do?
Get bored, probably. Look at trees. I mean, some of those are out there.
You have a smartphone.
Yeah, just pull this out and be like, oh. It's neat, I guess. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. We'll get the person in the mask directly behind you who's terrifyingly looking at me. Hi. Do you have a question?
Any FPS, and if you do you have a favorite one?
Do I play many FPSs? Not a whole lot. I don't just play like shooters like Call of Duty, Halo. Don't really do it for me. If I play a first-person shooter, it has to have something to it that, something else that appeals to me. One of my favorite ones is half first-person shooter, half third-person shooter. That's Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Love that game just because it's first person, but then you like press your back up against the wall and switch to the third person. You can like lean over and shoot, and you can put your face into the game, so it's terrifying. I actually made that video on my Let's Play channel. If you haven't seen that one, I play Rainbow Six Vegas. It's got my face on the dude, and let me tell you, there's something really, really disconcerting when you're playing a first person shooter and you see yourself die. It's like lifeless eyes and. Yeah, I really like Rainbow Six Vegas too. Honestly, the best part about Rainbow Six Siege coming out is if you pre-order it, you get Rainbow Six Vegas too. Yeah, so I don't play a whole lot of shooters. I do want to play the new Doom because I liked original Doom. Doom 3 is hilarious. That'd be another fun video just because that one's supposed to be scurry, but that game's just hilarious. Yeah, not a whole lot. Not big on the shooters. Thanks, though. All right, we got time for a few more questions still. Let's go on the front here.
Now that SimCity at least somewhat works, would you go back to it?
Nope. Honestly, after that SimCity game came out, I went back and played the Super Nintendo one. I had way more fun with it. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly forgot about that game until you brought it up again, so I don't think I will. Yes, sir.
Would you ever do another game jam?
Another game jam?
Didn't y'all do one last year Polaris?
I wasn't at that one. I know which one you're talking about, and it was the worst thing ever. Basically, it was trying to be turned into a reality TV show, and the producer slash director there was an actual asshole, and would try to stir up controversy and sexism and shit, and the whole thing fell apart and cost a couple $1 million. I wasn't there, thankfully, but from the stories I've heard, I wouldn't want to do it. If it was like a nice, like, not like a show, and just like a bunch of people who wanted to do that, I would absolutely be down, but not like from a production standpoint. Cool. Thanks, though. All right, sir.
So do you think there's any hope for the Sonic franchise at all?
Any hope for the Sonic franchise? I'd be more concerned for Sega at this point. Or let's go the Konami route, and they'll make a new Sonic the Hedgehog pachinko machine with erotic violence. God. I don't know. I'm not a huge Sonic fan, so I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I've told people this before, but if you want to hear more about Sonic or someone talk about Sonic, go on YouTube, search for Some Call Me Johnny. That dude is an actual Sonic fan, and I'm pretty sure he's reviewed all of them. Like, legitimately all of them. And he knows way more and is way more articulate about that stuff than I ever could be, so check out Some Call Me Johnny. He's your man. Well, let's go back over here. Yes, sir.
First off, will you be doing another Nuzlocke series? And long live Nupta.
She's still hanging out, still around. I have no plans for a Nuzlocke series because I kind of burnt myself out on it. And they do take a lot of time because, like I was saying earlier, I want to make them better. So anytime I did a new Nuzlocke, I found some way to up the production value of it to make it just like a little more elaborate, a little more engaging. And every time I did that, it was taking more and more of my time. And I just can't commit to that anymore. Also, it's soul crushing. So, yeah, nothing really planned right now, and I don't know if I'm not saying no, but yeah, I don't really plan on it. Thanks, though. All right, so we got a few more minutes. I'll start going through questions a little bit faster. Yes, sir.
Doom 3 or Duke Nukem Forever?
Doom 3, if given the choice. Yeah, there you go. Speed run. Let's do it. Yes, sir.
How do you like the new Dragon Ball Z series?
Love it. Part of me wishes all the new Dragon Ball Super was just like the ordinary dad adventures of Goku and Vegeta. If that was a whole series, I would love it. No fighting, just like Vegeta trying to be a person. Great. Part of me wishes it was that. Yeah. Right behind you.
What is the worst controller for a console you would say you've used ever?
The Philips CDI remote. Where it's like a TV remote and you're supposed to like use the D-pad up here and it doesn't make any damn sense. It is awful. It doesn't respond at all either. It's bad. All right, another question. Ha!
I discovered you through your Cyberpunk videos.
Oh.
Do you have any plans to do more tabletop related?
I would love to, dude. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I've had plans for doing D&D specifically with 5th edition, like actual like tabletop shows and like making a pen and paper RPG, but make it really engaging and really entertaining. But the logistics behind it and the technicalities behind it makes it very, very difficult to do because I would need numerous cameras, numerous microphones, and basically stuff that's out of what I can do as a single person. But I would love to do it. Oh my God, I would love to do it. Thanks for watching Cyberpunk, man. Thanks. You gonna play the new Cyberpunk game from CD Projekt Red?
No, I've been in Cyberpunk, but you
Oh.
Pathfinder rabbit hole.
Oh, gotcha. You'll never get out. All right. Thank you, man. Over here.
Are you planning on doing any more table flip with the game drums?
Well, according to a conversation I had with Barry the other night, yes. Won't say any more about that, but yeah. Cool. All right, a couple more questions. That's weird. You got the double hats.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. This dude will stab you 3 times. Yes, sir.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And did you shake ball from guy's hand?
What was the second question? I'm sorry.
Did you shake ball from guy's hand?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. Probably playing video games, acting like a jackass in front of the cameras, and hoping some people laugh at it. I probably won't be living in Texas anymore, to be honest, because let's face it, screw Texas. Yeah, I mean, where I am, I'm like the only YouTuber there, so I don't have a lot of friends. Thanks for coming, everybody. Then no. The answer is no. I did not shake bathroom guy's hand. I stood there until he left first. All right. Thanks for your question, though. All right, can do a couple more, right? Yes, a couple more. Yes.
So Cards Against Humanity last night, one of the cards was subscribe to ProJared on YouTube.
Yep.
Are you actually going to be able to see a metric to see if that actually got used?
It'll take a few days, but I can find out or not. What was the date yesterday? The 7th? Okay, yeah. By Sunday or Monday, I should be able to check to see if it worked or not. Probably not. But if it was just like 20 more, it was all business up in here. Yes, sir.
Can we expect any more ProJared the finishes videos?
I don't know. Probably. Well, yeah, probably. Yes, sir.
Do you have any more projects with PVG coming out?
Any more projects planned with them? Nothing completely planned. We're always talking about stuff we want to do. At some point, I want to get him over to my place because I want me and him to do Pocky and Rocky 2. Step 1 is getting a copy of Pocky and Rocky 2 because it's very rare and very expensive, but that's what I want to do. All right, let's do 2 more questions, and then I wrap things up. Yes, sir.
No, but how much you talked about it? Are you excited for Kingdom Hearts 3?
If I could get 2 real questions so I can wrap this up, it'd be great. All right, yes. Worst game of the year so far? I haven't played a whole lot of new games this year, to be honest. I've kind of purposefully not tried to play as much new stuff as I normally do because it's hard, like it's work, and I never get to finish the things I play, so instead I'm just playing the stuff that I would rather play, like Final Fantasy XIV or Chrono Trigger, so I'm having way more fun doing that. All right, last one, make it good.
What server on Final Fantasy 14 do you play on? That's the question.
Siren. Siren in the Ether data cluster.
There's someone on Gilgamesh that uses your name.
What? Really? Like, is the name like ProJared?
ProJared, and he says he's the real Pro.
That son of a bitch.
Debunked right here.
I think I've got an idea for a new video. All right, everyone, that's my panel. Thank you very much for coming, getting up this early and coming out. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your RTX, everybody. Have a good one.
Well, one of your new subscribers did not come from the party, because I just subscribed and I just.
Yay!